Get it? She said, take out your dinner, wash up the ways after, put on your pajama, turn off the TV, take off the radio, don't leave on the video. Look the children in the bed, don't make noise in the head, go in your bed instead. Don't worry about me, it's your friend Harry taking me to party. Look here, I'm going and party tonight. I will break down tonight. Chicka-linky-dunk, man tonight seems just right. He said tonight, tonight, tonight is really my night. Sing the chorus, I'm going and party tonight.
All root forms, mother music, the artists exit stage when they exit life. You know, when I say mother music, it's like Calypso is the mother music of the Caribbean, of the English-speaking Caribbean. Blues is the mother music of America. You know, if you go to Brazil and the samba, and you know, the whole thing is that once you play mother form, jazz, another mother music. So a bluesman will be 95 years old and still on the stage. He retires when he dies.
I am not stopping singing calypso until I die.
Oh, my grandfather clock, when you hear me, it stopped, it wouldn't walk. At the stroke of 12 o'clock, the two hand wouldn't stand up. He spent every night trying to get it fixed. And as my grandfather whined it twice, strictly 6:30, Bailey time, did he die? La 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 la.
Yeah, so this is the famous Frederick Street. And in one of my songs, you know, I really comment on Frederick Street, especially on an evening like this, Friday evening then. So I used to say like, downtown Frederick Street on Friday evening is mass and fashion parade, you see. Trinidad is nice, Trinidad is a paradise. So the big men say, oh, they come out to play, well, it's 3 times the price, they go have to pay. Trinidad is nice, Trinidad is a paradise. Then the merchants send prices to the moon, and you keep singing a weird tune. Trinidad is nice, Trinidad is a paradise. But I hear my sister talking about this revolution day, changes on the way. This little song here is one of the songs that really influenced me and made me start singing calypso. It's a song entitled Louise. And my mom name is Louise. And my old man bought this record for her birthday.
Louise, hope is not in vain. Please come back again, Louise. Hope is not in vain. Please come back again. Miss your romance when you leave. Miss your bliss, I had to grieve. Oh, girl, I now realize that I lost my paradise. Darling, do, how you make me do, oh, girl. Every time I turn on the bed, I take my pillow for you. Darling, do, how you make me do, oh, girl. Every time I turn on the bed, I take my pillow for you. Darling, do you wonder why true love could never die, Louise? Girl, I must confess, yours is of the best. You could bring a lion just like a lamb. You got something that could really charm, oh girl. I now realize that I lost my paradise. Come on, partner, darling, do, how you make me do, oh girl. Every time I turn on the bed, I take my pillow for you. Let me hear you, darling, do, how you make me blue, oh girl. Every time I turn on the bed, I take my pillow for you.
You could never not have a great time with Blakie because, first of all, Blakie has the most unique laugh on the face of the earth, you know. And Blakie is like the how should I say, what should I describe, because could really describe Blakie. He is the original rude boy. The original rude boy. I mean, people like Zandoli is rude. I think Zandoli is the country rude.
So I want you to write all your family name and present it to Zandoli.
But Blakie is the urban rude, you know, the ultimate rude, anything goes kind of character. And that laugh is like a mysterious, mischievous, wicked, sinful, magical laugh, you know.
You mind a looking cooler, he did the fool and the woman could try the fate. I'll tell you it frank that some cash in the bank to come before it's too late. And don't make a mess of me. My address and the woman could come by me. And when you leave anyone or your friend want to try, you could send them by Lord Blakey. Have me bowling Maria. You better tell them the fact. When you leave me, tell your bum to come back. It's not easy to spend Blakey money. Maria, let them know. Keep pressure, they got to undergo.
On stage, no one, I've never seen anyone with more personality on stage like Blakie. I mean, you could bring anybody, Frank Sinatra, whoever. Blakie has a way, when he steps on the stage, there's a certain, Blakie could be like angry backstage and step on that stage and laugh, you know, and you will never know because he's on the stage to perform. And he becomes, and that's one of the things I learned from both Sparrow and Blakie. When you step on a stage, you become the song. If you don't become the song, you're wasting your time.
Everybody sing Calypso, Calypso, Calypso music. Yeah, yeah. Calypso, Calypso, Calypso. Rhythm make you feel alright. We gonna jump it through the night. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, Calypso.
You bury yourself inside the lyric, inside the melody. What you seek to achieve is for people to see the song instead of seeing you. There's a servant giving, and the song passes through you, and they express it, and people feel it, and they go home feeling good or what have you, and you go home, you know.
Yes, the Trinidadian slang is amusing, but most foreigners may find it confusing. So as I see, it is necessary Trinidad should have its own dictionary. We all consent English very hard to learn, so we invent a language of our own. But if you just land here, you in a monkey pants to understand, you won't stand a chance. Like if we say, she tried to mama guy he, this jagabat, well not a foreigner at all, can't interpret that. That means she tried to make he a kunununu. She want a man, she and she sweet man too. So he beat this jamet till she bazodi. As you should see, you can't disagree with me, papi. Webster should have come to Trinidad to complete his dictionary. You must love me.
I heard these guys playing music every weekend. The old guys used to wear these bands on their shirts. Old Stetson hats and suspenders, and you know, that's all I remember these guys. And then people said that's Lord Beginner, that's the Growling Tiger, that's this one. I didn't know who they were, you know. And the old man's still there kicking as usual, you know.
You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Boy, you're wasting your time. Why worry about me? I have me fella already. He's an oyster vendor, and that is my husband. I am Mistress Alexander. Traveling from Port of Spain in a taxi. One day, I meet a nice young lady. Traveling from Port of Spain in a taxi. I meet a nice young lady, so I told she how I love she. And I want to get married. I said, darling, I love you true. One day I coming home to look for you. She said, you're wasting your time. Why you wasting your time? You're wasting your time. Why you worry about me? I have me fella already. He's an oyster vendor, and that is my husband. I am Mistress Alexander.
Bummer I knew because he of the song the year he won the Calypso competition in Trinidad with a song about two little children in Lavente.
Two little children, Joan and James, down by the seaside playing games. Two little children, James and Joan, playing games by themselves alone. Joan asks James what he wants to play. He making style and he wouldn't say. Whenever I remember the satyr laugh, the little saga boy turn and he tell the craft, he say, dying, dying. Tom Larry pay it to mommy. If you hear him, you is the mommy. And he tell she, I is the daddy. He gone again, dying, dying. Make up the bed here with Dodo. And when we wake up tomorrow, me and you do my do popo.
Terror's name is perfect for him because he was always a very fierce character. You know, you don't step on his shoes at all. You be in big trouble. And he has a very unique voice, a very very powerful, very deep, very big brown voice. It's, you know, big and brown.
Yeah, do re mi fa sol la ti do. Fun playing music anywhere you go. Palabadi malina little diddling, what a talent. Excellent talent, you hear what I say. Steel band music is the greatest talent today.
Well, Roaring Lion was one of the great bards in the business. I used to speak to him a lot. Lion made an impact right after the war when he went to the States. And he came back and he met Rudy Valley. And he sang for Rudy Valley. And on coast-to-coast television and radio, he was on.
Tell me where you've been last night, Caroline. Tell me where you've been last night, Caroline. Last night by Piccadilly. If it weren't you, who could it be? So tell me where you've been last night, Caroline.
People regard me as the first female Calypsonian. And I will say no. There was in my time when I came into the Calypso tent, the spoilers tent, or the original Young Brigade, there was a husband and wife, a couple. There was Lord Irie and Lady Irie. I met Lady Irie in the Calypso tent. So I was not the first female Calypsonian.
In Calypso Rose's day, it was a disgrace to be a woman in Calypso. It was very hard. And, you know, parents and mothers didn't want anyone to be associated with a woman, their children to be associated with women in Calypso.
Sometimes when the Calypsonians really want to sing about the woman, they really, it is something sexy or very critical of the woman kind of thing. But they never really like put out that love to a woman in song as a Calypsonian then. Maybe they would sing something embarrassing, you know what I mean? Little degrading, They always want sex. Nothing to uplift and to love the woman.
The history of women in Calypso has been a tedious one, I should say. Very, very tedious. Because of the fact that, as we know, Calypso is a male-dominated art.
But if you value yourself as a woman, you will demand respect from the bottom and stand up to them. Let them know the truth. It's what you want to win up blinking prostitutes. You have a mole on your back they want to see. They want to see if you have marks on your belly. They want to know how much man you had before. And if you're strong enough to take any more. I have my pride and I have my ambition. I want to hold my head up high as a woman. So tell them they can give me money, I'll feed my money and die with my dignity.
I put licks on all the men, and it would have been too embarrassing for them. So they deny me the rights. They deny me the rights of owning what is mine.
You're a woman, yes, we love to down-press woman, hinder the progress of woman, through spite and envy, any way we can. Cause if you hear a man rape Pat, well look, we bound to tell you flat, that no good jagabat. She had that coming to she, but is a kind of curse. Gender bias in reverse. Women are their own worst enemy. Oy, oy, oy. Shakespeare wrote chapter and verse, your name more precious than your purse. But women are their own worst enemy.
I was taking a shower one morning and this melody came to me. Da 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 da, ba da da. I said, but that melody sound good. Da 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 da, da da da. He said, sound good. I started to hum it and hum it and hum it and hum it. Until about 2 days after, it came back to me again. And there was this old lady living in a shack. And the nearest neighbor was an old guy, an Indian guy living in another shack. So her shack started to catch a fire. And she started to bawl, fire, fire, in me, fire, fire, in me, you know. And I said, but that idea sounds good.
When my neighbor Ram sing, he came running. We thought it was a joke because we didn't see no smoke. She bawling for murder. Ram sing, where is your ladder? Unreally hose and let go the water toward me. Fire.
What did mother say?
Fire, fire, in she wire, mama.
Today, women in Calypso have come a long way. The women are looked upon almost like teachers and mothers and prophets and, you know, everything that comes out of our mouths. The children look and they believe every word.
Melody, the kind of fella, was a kind of Robin Hood guy. Melody would, if he had money, man, he spent with everybody, and if he didn't have it, he tried to outsmart you to get some, and maybe go down the street and spend it with somebody else. But I said he was a very good entertainer. One of the best, like his sobriquet, you know, imply. He had to me, one of the most melodious voices in Calypso, and a great writer at that. As a matter of fact, I dare say that he was one of the most successful Calypsonian out of Trinidad as far as international Calypsos go.
But he was one of the most beloved guys.
Yes.
You know?
And a charisma.
Oh man, there's something else. I know I met people who swear to kill Melody anytime they see him. And so happened that I am there. I said, oh my goodness, I'm going to witness a murder now.
Trouble.
The very same people who are swearing all the time they're going to kill Melody because of something they allege that he did them. End up hawking up Melody. Hey, Mello, what's up?
I've seen it many times.
Man,
many times.
You should, we know. So happening. Let me go and take a drink now, man. I don't know what he had, but he had magic, man. And his style of singing was beautiful. It suited me well. Now, many other Calypsonians influenced me, and I have to thank a lot of them. But Melody was one who I tried to be like in terms of phrasing and tempo and that kind of thing. He had a bounce there that was out of this world.
He eventually came to New York, and he came to find me. And I fell in love with the guy, and his style, and his talk. And we must have done about 6 or 7 songs thereafter.
I wonder why nobody don't like me. Or is it a fact that I'm ugly? I wonder why nobody don't like me. Or is it a fact that I'm ugly? I leave my whole house and go. My children don't want me no more. Bad talk inside the house they bring. And when I talk they start to sing. Mama look at boo-boo. They shout. Their mother tell them shut up your mouth. If your daddy, oh no, my daddy can be ugly so.
Melody was one of the big elusive people in my life, and I admired him, and the way in which he wrote things and the style in which he wrote was very, very influential.
I met him on the street and I said to him, I said, "Hi, Belafonte," and he stood up. Yeah. First time that man ever seen me. He said, "Who are you?" I said, "Melody." He said, "The Lord Melody?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Come with me." And from that time to about, 6 years ago, we was totally married.
Melody had a falsetto that was quite as good.
Son of an ugly animal.
I don't know why, ma, big you are tall, discommoding me every day. He could hit a whole octave. One little odd falsetto. I wonder why nobody don't like me. Or is it the fact that I'm ugly? I wonder why nobody don't like me.
The fact that I'm ugly. I leave me whole house and go. My children don't want me no more. Their cursing black is white and thin. And when I talk, they start to sing. Mama, look at boo-boo. They shout. Their mother told them, shut up your mouth. That is your daddy. Oh no, my daddy can be ugly so. Oh no, my daddy can be ugly so. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look at boo-boo there. Shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look at boo-boo there.
Belafonte sang my song, Gin and Dinah, and he made a name for himself, but he already had a name, but he made the name even bigger. Then he sang Melody's song, Mama Look a Boo Boo, and well, we started feeling good in a way. Well, at least we're gonna get some money, and we went up to the United States and sought him out, and Melody wanted some money from him, and I wanted him to open some doors for me.
When this King of Calypso stuff came out, the Trinidadians went crazy. Boy, they went nuts. You call yourself the King of Calypso, and you never come here, and you never go up into competition, you never do jump up, you never go in the tent, you never do nothing, and you teach the music, and you call yourself king. How can you do that? And I said, you're absolutely right. I've never been in the tent. I've never competed, because I never thought I could. I never wanted to. Those who possess the Calypsonian art are men of remarkable gifts, and there's a speciality to it that I'm not privileged to embrace. The fact that I've been called King of Calypso was not my manufacturing. Deal with those who market and sell you goods that you buy every day. I said, but what I did do was to use the environment of Caribbean lore to put us on the map at another level that I thought was instructive and creative for us. And in that service, if I've offended you, then I beg your forgiveness.
A lot of comments they used to have on Belafonte here is that he thieved the Calypso and he can't sing Calypso and he's spoiling the people Calypso, but they never thought that Belafonte doing Calypso would bring greater revenue to the individual Calypsonian.
A lot of people tend to say, well, he doesn't really sing Calypso and so on, but I think Harry Belafonte has done more to put Calypso music into the consciousness of people than anyone else I know.
Belafonte put plenty water in the brandy. That's all. He did not give us brandy. And some people like their brandies with water.
Down the street it gone, I tell you. See Farmer Brown and the jackass running down the street. The farmer in front, jackass behind, no shoes on his feet. The jackass run through the traffic and was hard luck for Farmer Brown. Up came a car about 10 hours. Knock his ass down, I tell you. Yeah. Tell you.
I tell you, Lord, honey. Oh, I won last night. So I came to collect right now. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, give me $5 on Queen, 20 and 10, and 20 on Redfish. And give me reverse 1028 back and front, and then you can keep the rest of the money for me until you have money to pay. Till you have enough money to pay me. I could come back later. I won the road march, and the first road march was in 1977 with the tune. Hello. Hi darling, how you doing? With the tune that says give me more tempo or I'm going down San Fernando. And the second road march was in 1978 with I can't take this feeling. Come let we jam. Okay. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Bandai Parks called me and says that Warner Brothers want to do one of my tunes with Bunny Raitt. And I said, which of the tunes? And they said, where she go do? I said, fine, that's beautiful. Send the papers, I'll sign it. And then that's how we went, and Bunny did a great job on it, man. I could understand why a woman must have an outside man. I could understand why a woman must have an outside man. A man does want to run like a rat and have his wife to abide by that. And every night he having a ball, and when he reach home he ain't kissing his wife at all. And if the woman says she feeling sexy, tell me where she go do. And the man say he feeling sleepy, tell me where she go do. And she bawling, come on, do-do. But this time he's soft like soft candle, no satisfaction. So you see, a woman must have an outside man. And Bunny Raitt sang it so beautiful, man. Yeah, go Bunny.
When you asked me about I Wanna Fall, that does not belong to me. I took it in memory of my dear friend, Theophilus Philip, the late, the mighty Spoiler. That was one of his expressions at the end of his choruses when he sang his calypsos. He used to say, I wanna fall.
Spoiler had a great influence on me because of his imagination. He had a fantastic mind that we didn't even understand.
Spoiler understood that when people come to the tent, the Calypso tent, to forget their worries and their problems, people came to the Calypso tent to enjoy a good laugh. And Spoiler provided that laugh for them. He was very creative. Simple things like a bed bug. That's a simple thing. And yet it made a big calypso.
Yes, I heard when you die after burial, you got to come back as an insect or animal. I heard that when you die after burial, you got to come back as an insect or animal. If that is so, I don't want to be a monkey, neither a goat, a sheep or donkey. My brother said he'd like to come back a hog. Not the Spoiler, I want to be a bed bug, just because I want to bite those young ladies harder than a hot dog or a hamburger. But if you know you're thin, don't be in a fright. There's only big fat women I'm going to bite.
He was one of the greatest Calypsonians that ever walked the face of this earth. He had people in stitches all the time. He was just the best. As a matter of fact, his fingers were not like ours, as though he was specially born for that. Each of his fingers had a slight bend at the end like this. So when he gesticulated, his fingers was like this, you know.
Yes, when my mother laid the table with the rice and peas, crescent, tomato and salad leaves, well, the cat is going to sit on the table, of course, and in cat language calling for pepper sauce. This time it's the same business with table at all. She only searching for the few grain of rice that fall. Otherwise she in the kitchen with an ugly cat, hunting down them cockroaches, beetle and rat. In the night the trouble start, she all inside the house, ransacking the bedrooms looking for mouse. But the cat way has she brain, he cozy on the bed, fussing, kiss and talk, but she has done it. Oh no.